What's up, gang? What going on? Check this out, y'all. Boy, it's a big break in this cave. Man, look, it's a big break in this case. Cause y'all remember my last live where we went over what the police said, what they was suspect everything that was going on at 12:30 something. Right? So we watched it. So we caught up on 12:30 something. And that just on one camera. Right? That just on one camera. Now start from this camera. Like what the detective said. Everything was suspicious. Watch this game.
There they go. There goes the boy that was sitting on the bed.
Right? Watch this. We only discussing the time.
So this
12:33.
has to be the same angle as this.
Hold on.
See, there he goes. So,
Boom.
yeah, okay. Well, I just made sense of that. So they're either coming.
Now look. Now check this out. That straight drop on the footage, right? And look what time this is. Right? Keep that in mind. Cause watch how Trey Gang finna watch how I'm finna change the whole game. Then look, remember this? Boom. Remember these two in the front, right? I already broke down what they had going on. And look who they coming in with. Them. Party goers, and look at the people behind them. And what time the police said watch these cameras at 12. So now you know why it's linked. Go watch this. They all come in. And remember, Kenneka just arrived there 15 minutes before this. Remember the lobby scene? Right? All right. I already broke that live down because we already know about the trans and we know about 1 o'clock all the way to 2 o'clock, right? So we know Monifa voice was telling everybody about the freezer. So who would she need to go to about any freezer? Who would she would have to go to? the same person that found her on video, right? And that's security. Watch how I'm finna change the whole game. Cause when you go back to Friend's Cave letter, right? And watch this video. You should have all the timestamps in your head because this finna make sense. Now I want y'all to focus just on the time. Right? Boom. Now this at one something. Now check this out. She in the lobby. Remember the trans. All this camera is synced up, right? Boom. Right? Boom. Okay, check this out. Just like in the statement said what the police said. That's why they were watching this footage. Cause look, when they go back to how would Kenneka get drugged, and I showed y'all they had to put it in a Red Bull, try to mix it. You know what I'm talking about? I don't think she drunk the hen straight. Keep that in mind. I don't think Kenneka would drink anything straight. She look like a girl that would mix her cocktails. You see what I'm saying? So boom, look at the footage, right? You see how the time, you know what I'm saying, skips on the footage. Right? Now, keep this in mind. Kenneka been in that room for 2 hours. Ain't no telling. Well, you know, we already know she drugged and she in and out of conscious, right? She gonna be in and out of conscious. Cause I'm quite sure after 2 hours the drug done wear off, you know what I'm talking about? And that stuff they done gave her was all downers. Now look, boom. That's why Bree leave, cause we heard them like, yeah, we need 2 girls. We know Kenneka came out the room, right? 2:32, Friends K go up there. Couple of minutes after Kenneka gets snatched. That's why he running. Bam. Okay. Boom. Now look, this Ashley at 3. Now you see how the way she walking on this camera. Never mind the elevator scene. Cause this when she come out the room. Look at her walk now. Right? And think about her walking in the kitchen. She ain't walking like this in the kitchen, right? So look, when you got man going back down there, going there with her, right? And while she going down there, I was like, well, damn, Killer got to be coming right behind. So look, when I edit this video, 326, he gets off on the elevators, right? Cause remember when he gets off on the elevator, the time skip at exactly 320. Exactly 320. So when you actually fuck with the cameras, it looks like this. When I say Killer was going down to save her, and we got the niggas in the room saying they finna take her somewhere. So it would make sense that killing them folks would say he was going right after her to go save her, right? So that explained that. right? Cause when you look at the footage, when Killer was down on that lower levels, you gotta think like, damn, he know exactly he going, right? So you got Man. Look, watch this. So when you look at these cameras, you got Man heading their way, while Kenneka heading their way, and then you will have Killer heading their way, right? Then you got security guard, look, going to the elevators. Look how all the time matching up, right? You see how all the time is matching up, right? Look at the time again. See that? And when you think about what Miss Teresa said, when you go back to the 911 call, said, yeah, it was a lady. We went on the 11th floor, and they said they did see my daughter on the 11th floor with a group of girls and a group of guys, right? And they said, then, you know what I'm saying, they said they also seen them downstairs. And that's how the story came about, that she was left in the lobby. When you look around at, you see that? If that say 220, that means it's right at the time. It would be exactly time where Andrew Holmes said she was in the lobby at 3:20. At 3:20, she was in the lobby. And she went back to the elevator and she went downstairs trying to get back to the 9th floor. You see what I'm saying? Now, won't that would make sense? Right? Now look, boom, 329. Look what's going on. That's why that lady was in the police reports. That's why YouTube would try to put them in the mix. Like, yeah, look at the boy. He got a pad on and he for the pool area type shit. But it was really would letting y'all know what was actually going on. Look what's in the lobby. Remember the lady told Zach TV, said, yeah, look at the people. They had luggage. You know what I'm saying? Like it was nothing in the luggage and stuff, right? Remember what Zach TV said when Anonymous call said about look at the people with luggage, right? So all this going on. According to Andrew Holmes, Kenneka was in this lobby. And this time skips on the lobby exactly when she gets on the elevator. And so look, so look, 329, if you got Kenneka, Man somewhere down there, cause he mobbed out the front back door again. And ain't no telling who else down there, cause we know security down there at that moment. Cause at 3:35, remember the parking lot security lights went off. Right? So that means she did came outside. And boom, Bree come back in. Ooh wee, 3:31. At this time, at some point, when Kenneka was in the kitchen, she made it outside. That's the only way that she would get out of there to end up in the lobby. So she already made it back upstairs from the lower level some type of way. It could have been at that double wooden doors where that camera was at, would have seen her running out of there or anything. And yelling and screaming. So check this out. 20 minutes later, boom. 20 minutes later. But watch this though. Now look. Before, I want y'all to look at this scene very carefully. That's Monifa in the lobby, right? She with some guys, right? Look who Monifa is with, right? But let me show you where she really was at 3 something, right? Let me show y'all where she was at really at 3 something.
Who is Roland F. Weiss?
Now look, don't worry about this scene. Look,
At
boom.
3:22 a.m. Going by the timestamp, knowing they altered the time, but let's just say for now, 3:22 a.m.
Y'all see that? So check this out. When the time was skipping in the food court hall, we'll be looking at this round about 4 o'clock. But when you go back to 3:20, look what I showed y'all where Killer went. Look at it where Man was going. And look where they going. Hi y'all. You see that? Look. You see that, don't it, gang? So when that time skip, all thing they did was actually when it happened at 3:20, it skips on the camera and re-showed it to you at 4. Hi y'all. Cause what this it look like if Kenneka getting off on the look. Watch this. If Kenneka getting off on the elevator at 3:25, like what I said, look where they meeting up at. Still.
Ty Pease, Bree, Dusty Rhodes, aka Phonifa, like friend of foe, or for now, Monifa, and Shemaya is seen walking through the food court hall to quote unquote find Kenneka.
And that's why that lady said, they said they did see Kenneka downstairs with her friends still. When you go to the court document, when they said when she was last seen by her friends, they only said at 2 some she was last seen by her friends. And check this out. They ain't even gonna tell you when they met back up with them. Cause look, if you got Kenneka getting off on the elevator, before she got off on the elevator, they go back there first. This
Now,
all
as
you
the
had to
kids
do.
go down
Watch
to the lower
this.
level,
Boom.
as you can see the
Now see that? Now y'all catching on. Cause this the only shot they need. Right? Okay, we got y'all on this camera. So the time skip gonna go down on the lower level, right? Cause they already know time you already know the time gonna skip. So since you got them, the way you gonna have to cover this up for the friends is tamper in with that other camera that's finna show them coming down here. And all you just gotta do is switch the time up. Right? So when they came down here, you see what time it is? This would be at 3:24. Remind you, Kenneka finna get off on the elevators. Is this the reason
timestamp
why?
changes to 4:24. So
Is this the reason why Shamaya end up going in the ladies' bathroom? Cause they know this probably where they supposed to meet up at, in the ladies' bathroom, but they probably arrived a little late. See what I'm saying, gang? Look, I'm putting all this shit in order.
so
Look,
always be mindful.
that's why TY going that way. That's why Monifa going that way. That's why Bree. That's why Peas and them all going that way. And remember when I show y'all when Peas were looking off on the elevator at 149. Right at 149 looking off on the elevator, cause Irene live at 136 and she said, what y'all finna do? So we know Kenneka had to get drugged up and Irene lied cause she asked, did you put any enforce in this? And come to find out of the autopsy report, right? All that enforce shit is all of this what was in the girl's system. Look at all this. Why is all this listed in there? You see that? A whole cocktail, right? So when you go back to this, and then look.
Of how the time changes. They so-called search for Kenneka. Did they go into the kitchen this way or just go up the escalator? Cause none have explained exactly where they searched for Kenneka.
Now look. Where did TY and them went and where did they went to? You see what I'm saying? It never showed that, cause look, don't you know that camera that they showed Kenneka walking down that hall? That same camera would have showed them if they would have got on the Escalade. Look, this camera right here would have showed these folks getting on the Escalade. So it ain't no telling when Kenneka was walking past through her, somebody was on the other side of this goddamn Escalade.
This way or just go up the escalator. Cause none have explained exactly where they searched for Kenneka. Now, 4:24 a.m., the kids walked to the back or wherever they.
So look, that means the way they came in there, think about Kenneka finna get off on the elevator. Where she getting off on the elevator and they miss her. They miss her by 1 minute.
Went to when they came down those lower level stairs. 9 minutes later, now mind you, the clock says 4:24. 9 minutes later, Tiffy.
Now watch this. Now you see Killer, right? You just see him coming down the stair. You can't show me where he look. Guess where he came from? Off the elevator with Kenneka, just like I showed y'all. All he did was took the escalator up and got back on these stairs to walk back down on this camera. So that means whatever fuck happened at that time frame, whatever the fuck just happened here, Killer finna go back up and they finna go outside. Cause keep this in mind, Shamaya and them, they finna come back up the Escalade.
He follows behind them. 15 minutes later,
Now y'all see that? Look, even Mike Larry was trying to put it together. Well, this would make sense if you put it like that. Now look how it's shining light on it. Cause think about this. This the truth. Cause if you go with the news media, tell you that she was already in the freezer, right? In the freezer. And the doors locked. That means none of this wouldn't even be worth watching. Cause they didn't even want you to watch it. This. But guess what? If they was down here, something happened in that kitchen for her to make it outside. Now you understand why T.Y. and them, Monique and them went outside in the parking lot. And keep this in mind of the time. What time did the security truck lights went off at the security booth? At 3:35. 3:35. Watch this. So that means right up in here was a motherfucking struggle. Something happened down here. And she made it outside.
Roland Weiss follows them as well.
That's why the time skips. Cause look, if something happened, now this camera skips 15 minutes later. What you think that was going on in this hallway alone for they deleted that 15 minutes? You see what I'm saying? Before he came down there. Think about if it was going down at 3:35 in the parking lot and they got her back inside the hotel, right? Won't you think it'll be traffic coming through this way to go to the pool area? You see what I'm just saying? The security can go this way because the camera's cut off. Why? Probably could have been the gang members help the security put her in the pool. Watch this.
Why is Roland Weiss, a funeral coordinator, is present on the scene 21 hours before he's told to get Kenneka's body? Now, let's very briefly compare the guy who's walking in the food court hall and that's walking into the kitchen. A glass, look at the date.
So
September
look.
10th, 4:43.
So check this out. 4:43.
I think that's AM. Why is he there? Look at the jacket. Look at the walk. Look at the bald spot in the back of his head.
Now think about what I was showing y'all about the security came out the kitchen at 4:43. Right? At 4:43, I show y'all the security dude was coming out the kitchen, right? And then look, he got black gloves on. You know, latex, just straight black gloves on. Both of them, black gloves, no latex type shit, right? So check this out.
Just look at the way he walks. The same exact person. Now, why is he there? Over 20 at free.
So now, boom. So that means if Kenneka was right here, 3:29, that means what would kill it? It was right in this area. And boom, watch this. Can't go that way. Boom. Then took her to the men's room. Bam. So look. So that means when Kenneka, hold on, watch this. So Shemaya and them came down there and hold on. Uh-oh. Shemaya just missed her. Man, y'all see how we just linked that up? So that means Shemaya and them just missed it her. And that's why Shemaya went in the women's room, but the nigga took her in the men's room. Then they go in their corner, but it's a door right there. So it's a reason why. It's a reason she was on this camera the longest, and you could tell that whoever had her at the moment was in panic mode. You see what I'm saying? Was in panic mode, and they were trying to get her out this area. Cause whoever it was had to be on an earpiece of a walkie-talkie. And somebody watching that camera and was directing them from traffic. Cause we already know about the people that was upstairs walking down the food court hall and act like they heard a scream. So look, boom. That explain why when the time skipped on the lower level, you see Peas them and Shemaya them and Killer them. So look at this time, right? When you look at it, this proof that it was a struggle alone just because what happened in the parking lot. So that means it started from her and it led up all the way to outside. Cause this is the only reaction that they will get there. To look down and boom. Now look, she go back here. Now watch this.
Who is rolling? Did they go into the kitchen? They so-called.
So that means when Kenneka got off on the elevator, they was down here to meet up with Kenneka. That's why Shemaya was helping Monifa look for her with T.Y. and Peas, allegedly. They knew where she was at, right? But check this out. You see how Shemaya looking in the kitchen and she got her hands in her sleeve? That lets you know she has some knowledge, and that's why she want to touch the doors with her sleeves, right? She didn't want to leave no fingerprints. So she knew Kenneka was going to be down here in the bathroom. She knew that. Cause remember in Bree MTV video, get what they said, what they thought she was. She probably somewhere drunk or somewhere downstairs in the bathroom. That's what she said out of her mouth. So it would make sense why Kenneka was getting off on the elevator. They came down here to check, see what was going on, but they went back up the escalade. Right? At this point, Kenneka turned in the corner. And maybe they seen Kenneka turn the corner. Ooh, cause they got to bump into her some type of way. Right? Cause that's why you don't see, that's why Kenneka disappeared at the middle of that hallway when she went up there. Hi y'all. And everybody was like, damn, why she disappeared? Shit, that's the reason why. So look, if they in this area and you seen Kenneka walk up the hall, that's why she disappeared like that. Cause they probably ran into her.
Search for Kenneka. Did they go into the kitchen this way or just go up the escalator? Cause none have explained exactly where they searched for Kenneka. Now,
That explains why T.Y. was in the rush to get to that side of the hallway. Wherever he went, there was Monifa was gone.
4:24 a.m. The kids walked to the back or wherever they.
She even looked back before she even knew something else. She knew somebody was in the kitchen. Just like what we suspect when we first seen this with our own eye. We were like, damn, why would she look back in the kitchen like somebody directing her? So check this out.
They went to when they came down those lower level stairs. 9 minutes later, now mind you, the clock says 4:24. 9 minutes later, Tiffy follows behind them.
So what I'm getting out of this, Kenneka fighting for her life somewhere down here. That's why the police did their investigation down here. It's on video. The police were down here. Y'all seen it, right? That's why they was down here. So check this out.
Follows them as well. Is Buffet's in the food court hall, and that's walking into the kitchen to retrieve Kenneka's body.
So look, when you read Friends K letter, it gonna tell you everything. Hold on. So look, I just showed y'all that, right? Now, I'm finna expose 8 o'clock. Y'all see this right here? Hold on. Y'all see this say September the 9th at 8:49, right? At 8:49, right? And look what it's showing. Kenneka face down on the 9th. And look, and we know this came from a cell phone, right? Look, y'all want to play with numbers? Watch how cold Trey Gang put the footage together. Y'all remember when 54 Keys were tracking the beverage manager? Look, don't y'all know 54 Keys was tracking the beverage manager when he first disappeared off the cameras? And she got a whole timeline about it. Watch this, gang. What time the food assistant beverage manager came up missing? At what time? That's an easy question, gang. Man, I need somebody to drop that timeline in the chat. Cause that lady went live, you know what I'm talking about. And that lady spilled that tea there. I think she'll be kind of pissed if you don't know that. Damn, this all the lights a nigga get? Oh yeah, y'all tripping now. Nobody don't know this shit. All right. Nobody don't know what the fuck going on here. Appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate that. All right. Now look. I'm glad somebody put that in there. It was like 8:30, right? Now watch this video that I made. Remember this, gang? Now you see what that say. 8:49. So look. What time? So if the beverage manager became up missing at 8:30 something, what time Miss Teresa showed up? Y'all got it right. What time Miss Teresa showed up at the hotel? Look at her and the family, right? Check this out. We already know Miss Teresa came up there at 8 something. And we already seen how the female manager was talking to Miss Teresa, and when Miss Teresa left and went upstairs and the manager was running down to the lower level. Guess what they was doing? Guess what the police were doing at that time at 8 something? Just to confirm it, what I just showed y'all. Watch these, gang.
What's up, gang?
This right here was at 8 something. This right here was at 8 something. Cause remember what time? Watch this. Look where it's gonna skip at.
Put y'all on the T. Now watch this. I just gave y'all the timeline. 1:49 when that picture was taken with Kenneka in the freezer. Now we all know who back there with that camera. But watch this though. The timeline finna skip in the minute. So when they leave, they gonna take that cameraman with them. You see what I'm talking about? Watch him, y'all. He got it in his hand right now as we speak. Now check this out. It's impossible for him to take that picture if he ain't in that freezer. Check out the timeline, y'all. Watch this.
See that? That's why the beverage manager got lost down there. And that's why the time skipped after that. Cause Miss Teresa showed up. And that's how they end up taking Kenneka picture. Watch what's going on 9 o'clock and 11:15. 9 o'clock and 9:15, 9:16. You see what I'm saying? And cause look, this why this confirmed this. Cause when they cut the camera back on and they knew Miss Teresa was there, guess what the first thing they do when they guilty?
Hi, y'all, Jack. Y'all stay tuned. I got some real tea for you.
And gonna point at the camera. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, y'all? So now it's finna go on 9 o'clock, right? Watch this. Check this out. So let's just say this finna be at 8:57. Let's watch it. Hold on. Now we got to go to the kitchen, right? Hold on. So that explains this. Pow. Look at the time and the dates on it. Proof. Them folks were taking pictures, and this what they were doing. Covering all this up. And here go Kenneka watch. Hi y'all. Cause when you look at this watch how I'm finna hit them hard. You see this one's on top of the sink when they took pictures of it. Right? And you see what time it say. But before they got the watch, look, it's in a black trash bag. Hi y'all. Hi y'all. So when they cut them cameras on back at 8:56, 5 minutes later, they back in the freezer taking pictures of Kenneka watch and picked up where they left off at. Bye y'all. Now this picture here to the right. Man, you see why that timeline match up with everything. With this. This is at 8:49. So look, boom. See what I'm saying? And we know this picture was taken by a cell phone. And what time did the food assistant beverage manager came up missing? Round about this time. And guess where he got lost at? In this area. And how long he stayed missing? He stayed missing for a long time. So when he went down there and everybody like, ooh, damn, where he went to? Cause 54 like, damn, where the fuck he went to? Whole time they was in here taking pictures. Do you just think he just the only one just really just opened up the door? You don't think the police had him running in and out? So look, when it comes to the files, right? Guess what the look? Look how this finna read. Opinion. Now this is opinion. 19-year-old female Kenneka Jenkins died hypothermic due to cold exposure walking in the freezer and tampered with. Temporary intoxication was a significant contributing factor to her death. According to the investigation, the descendant was found unresponsive in the freezer of a walk-in dual compartment cooler and freezer unit, which had located in the unused kitchen of the hotel. This kitchen is very occupied. People and emergency medical personnel determined that the deceased was dead at the scene. Right? Now keep this in mind. We got proof, major proof of the cover up at 8 o'clock. I just showed y'all what was going on at 12 o'clock when she got snatched and all this. This just showing you hand in hand how the hotel cooperated with the friends. Now check this out. Surveillance footage recorded the descendant entering the kitchen alone. That's why they had to put that alone in there. Cause we know somebody with her. Cause at 3:35, she made it in the parking lot. Right? So they just want you to stop the whole investigation right there. That means any footage after the fact of that is not watchable. Right? So check this out. Hours on September 17th recording did not clearly show her entering The hotel walk-in dual compartment cooler and freezer unit, we know they ain't gonna show none of they employee putting no guests in they freezer. That would be dumb for them to put out there, right? So look, she was discovered unresponsible in the freezer 21 hours after she was documented entering the kitchen. I don't think this is what this look like. So look, when you look at it like that, since we know Monique and them was down there at 328, right? On the lower level, Miss Kenneka about 4 minutes. Now she know Kenneka been assaulted outside, right? Watch this. She finna go straight back down. So that means when the police said at 3, when she locked in the freezer, that's dead on that. Don't wash this and add that with that. Cause look where everybody going. That's why they all together. That's why Man back in there. That's why Mariah crying and shit. Right? That's why you see how Man look. He got a grip on her. Try to play it cool. See, look at them. Now look, that's why everybody go outside in the parking lot. See? So that means everybody found out 15 minutes after the fact. Not even 15 minutes, 10 minutes later. 10 minutes later, that's when the manager and them told, man, look, y'all got to leave. Y'all got to come back here, you know what I'm saying? And come. That's why they were coming the door toward their way to the kitchen. And they were like, no, y'all can't come this way. You got to go outside and come through the back door. It made totally much sense. It made totally sense. Now look, check this out. See, I can read between these lines all day. That's why him and the police, y'all didn't see him just really communicating with the police like that. He was in part of the investigation the whole time. Y'all see that? That's why they doing this shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's why they down here investigating. Boom. It explain all of this when you match all the timeline up. The paperworks. On the 12th, assistant general manager consisted that he had the hard drive of the security surveillance footage that ranged from the 8th to the 10th. So when he gave him the flash drive, the police observed and include color coded in location at the time of the event starting at 12:33. And I just showed y'all that, right? Now, we already know where all the red indicate the crime scene in the area. That's right at the dock area. You see what I'm, that's right at the dock area. That's where the crime scene was at. And then when they said, you see a group of males with an S on the end and a group of females with an S on the end. Them who y'all see all on the video. Now, don't that make sense when y'all see them all in the lobby trying to get in the kitchen? That's why they color coded, because of the walls on the walls in the video camera. They look for the green wall. You see what I'm saying? Like if you go to a hospital, you know what I'm saying? You be like, yeah, how I get to here? Yeah, follow the white line till it turn green. And you know what I'm talking about? See, look, I just broke this whole paperwork down. That's why you got multiple people on camera in this area, and that's why they said the camera they gonna be seen on, you know what I'm talking about, they really didn't work. You see that? If you read it, blue indicate only female subject was observed in a portion of the video. Only female indicated subject. So that means the males separated from the females and they all met up and went to the crime scene. That's clearly what that's telling me. After what I just experimented on the footage. See what I'm saying? That's what we actually seen. The males, guys, and the group of girls, they split up because one girl went this direction and the dudes went that direction, and they met up in the indicated location area and they all went to the crime scene. Just think about what Franz K said when they was in the pool area. The manager went upstairs and told them to come downstairs into the pool and meet them in the kitchen. The crochet kitchen at that. So that would exactly look like they was on the footage. That's why I was putting these videos together, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, oh, this going to make sense later on. I might not comprehend then, but it'll comprehend now. Now look, red right here. So you got a camera right here would have caught the murder. It would have caught an employee. It would have caught the attacker. Right here on this camera alone, and the light red symbolizes it works. You know what I'm talking about? You would have seen her going in, and you know what I'm talking about, and you would have seen her leaving out. Yeah, you got to get rid of this camera. Say it don't work, because this camera finna show how she got out the back door, and this the only way to get outside of the door. Really, two ways. See what I'm saying? So, boom. When everybody was leaving out the back door, when they was coming back in the kitchen, look where they was at. That means the male was somewhere in this area. It would make sense that it would be all males in this area. And the females in somewhere in the pink area, right? You know what I'm talking about? Then here go the green area. And we know it was attack going on in this area. So that means if Kenneka got attacked, it was a lot of males in this area. You see what I'm saying? And then when the attack happened, she made it out that back door and she was attacked at the dock, meaning the crime scene started from on the lower level and they made it upstairs. And went outside. Check this out. and went outside. It could have been blood on this concrete. I'm quite sure it would have been some kind of blood outside these wooden double doors. That's why y'all kept seeing the cleaning crew come back here with mop buckets and you know what I'm saying? And shit like this here, right? Now look. Then check this out. These all the cameras they said that's inoperable. The crochet kitchen, stairs, dock entrance. We know why, cause this camera would have showed it. Freight elevators. They still would have showed this. Right? Main elevators. Now where the main elevators at? Right? Cause I know where the main elevators at, right? Back office. Right? Employee parking lot. Don't that make sense? So that mean, bam. If she made it in the parking lot, somebody went through the laundry in the back office to the main elevator, freight elevators, and to the crochet kitchen. Meaning that if she was in the pool area, this how they would have got back in that joint. First, you had to stop by the laundry, right? You had to come through the employee parking lot, right? To the back office, to the main elevators, to the freight elevators, and back to the crochet kitchen. You see that? So only males was in this area. And that's why the lady looked over down the stair railing like, what the fuck going on down there? And then look, I'm finna go to the other police report that Andrea Allison broke down with all the timestamps on it. And they really finna confirm it. Boom. Then they finna go in the parking lot. Boom, see, they go to Fireman Club. Right? And remember, and then look, and remember this. Green indicated both male and female was observed in the portion of the video. Bam. Go down to the basement. Now look. You see where the pink at in the Metro Guild? That's where the female was at. And boom, check this out. Still go back to 8:29. And look where he going. Man, you got 21 hours to cover this up. Ain't nobody going home. Man, these folk wanted y'all a reason to watch her and walk to that freezer. Boom, cause of this shit. Cause when they said when the freezer door closed, don't even watch the other footage. And this is clearly a sign right here that tell everybody all visitors must sign in with security. And check this out. And this where the crime happened at, right in front of the security ain't that big news? You mean to tell me this shit happened right in front of the security booth? No wonder. None of these cameras ain't working. Hi, y'all. Don't it make sense, gang? Security know exactly what he was doing. They go to back door. They go to freight elevators. The pink. And remember this? And look what time this was going on. Hi, y'all. Man, I'm reading through these time scriptures, man. Man, I swear, man. Cause it be really hurting me. Cause I be like, man, I just can't believe, you know what I'm saying, man, these folk got away with this a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Now look. So that means it was some going on in this area. That's probably why all the girls was at. Payo! Payo! And that's probably why she snuck her ass over in there. So it would make sense why Kenneka would end up over there. It would make sense why she would end up over there. And the ballroom is connected to the pool. That would make it so bad. That's the ballroom. And guess what? They never said who rented that ballroom that's connected to the pool area. See what I'm saying? Look. So if that white girl went back there, so yeah, it was females back there. That paperwork just confirmed it to me. Cause let's go to pool. And remember, no wonder why you got to leave the pool completely out the equation. See what I'm saying? Now you can understand why the visibility bar right here, why Shamaya and them kept running their ass up here looking down in the pool area. See what I'm saying? Now they go back to at that back door when Risco had them folks to wipe down fingerprints at that back door. Cause it could have been his fingerprints. You see what I'm saying? Man, that security team could have been Risco now. You see what I'm saying, gang? And you mean to tell me, right? In this law firm, I don't know what's going on with that law firm. I don't know if it's a legitimate John, but I know one thing. They were digging in the case. Like, what happened to the lawsuit? Did Miss Teresa settle out in court? Nobody can't find the lawsuit and stuff like that. Cause I couldn't even find it. I got the case number and I typed the case number in and it didn't even pop up. It said no search found. So the law people were like, well, from what we allegedly was like, they was like, Mr. Reese and them suspected that Kenneka and them died in the pool. I don't know if that's true. That's what the lawsuit was about. But they believe Kenneka died in the pool area. And the cause of her death was drowning. I ain't saying that that's true. I don't know. But it would make sense if you really look at it in that kind of fashion, just out of theory, just out of just being curious. You see what I'm saying? Cause it would make a lot of sense why they were so overprotected over the pool. If you got the staff at Miss Teresa they was overprotected over the pool. They ain't want Miss Reese and them to get no near that it draw her attention. It draw her attention towards the pool because they were so overprotective over the pool, right? And we know this. And keep this in mind. With that being said, you got other people still overprotective over this pool area. And I'm like, why is these people so overprotective over the pool area? You see what I'm saying? Maybe it was the scene. You see what I'm talking about? That's all I'm saying. Then it really looked like a real crime then, once you look at it like that. But only Miss Teresa confirmed that. To be like, Miss Teresa, how you think she died? Because, you know, she in her post and told everybody, my daughter didn't die the way y'all think that she did. Now, she did say that. So, if we look at pictures in the freezer and we know Kenneka was put in there, we know she was put in the motherfucker. So if we know she didn't die like that, and Miss Teresa telling us she didn't die like that, why everybody keep saying, well, how she get in the freezer? They, you know what I'm saying? The pool could have been the final blow to it. Cause Friends K said she was shallow breathing, meaning that she was on her last limb, right? So she could have actually really died there before they transported her to the freezer and put her in there. Cause once you think about it, that little throw up that was in the freezer, that could have been getting water out the girl's lungs. Cause she was still spitting up in there. There's no doubt about that. By her foot. You see what I'm saying? So I could see if it was a lot of women in this location at the pool, quite sure it would be females in the pool. Think about Tay Zunde's video when she said, on the 8th, when we walked by the pool, it was number of businessmen and thugged out kids in the pool. So it makes a lot of sense that this pool is some kind of, I don't know what's going on with this pool, but I'm getting a bad vibe from this pool because I got a lot of hate from this pool. You see what I'm saying? This the reason that I got a lot of hate from this pool just because I mentioned it. Cause think about it. Everybody knew that she was in water, right? The way her hair was messed up, we knew she was in water, but we was in the freezer looking like, well damn. How will her water get that messed up by it just constantly drips on it? And we trying to make that shit make sense. Like ISIS, and they so dumb and got us thinking, yeah, ice falling all on this girl's head, bouncing off of it. Like it's just really doing damage. Man, that girl was in that pool. That girl was in that pool. Remember, without her clothes. Monifa had her shoes. So all that makes sense. So it's somebody big that was in this pool area, like French K said, cause Lenny was on the scene and his security team. Yeah, chlorine wash away all. Look, chlorine can wash away most of the evidence. That's why they had to do what? Drain the pool. Hi, y'all. They had to drain the pool. No, I'm talking about. They were so overprotected over that pool. Miss Teresa like, wait a minute now. Cause when you watch the video, guess what? They were running in and out toward the pool area. And then look, This just show you y'all how my thinking ability was. When I was looking at the paperwork, this way before I got the letter. I made this September the 9th. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, well, damn. My investigation lead me to the goddamn pool because of the hurls, the way the hurl was looking. Then I'm like, well, shit, the elevator is right there at the pool. You get off on the elevators in the main lobby and just walk across the hall and you in the pool area. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, did Kenneka was in the pool area? With a question mark. So I'm looking at all this shit. I'm like, well, damn. Well, I see Monique and them kept running up in here, looking down. T.Y. and them avoided over here. You see what I'm saying? So this way my thinking was, I'm like, okay, if she was in here in the pool, why they kept coming in here? If it ain't nothing to see in here. And you can look at the windows on the walls, you can clearly see through this shit. And then what really made me interested when Shamaya jumped over that railing in the food court hall just to get over here, I knew what time it was then. I'm like, it's something over here in this pool. I don't know what's going on, but this pool is starting to attract my attention. See, look. Now this make all sense. Now think about this. Hi y'all. He go to the pool. Front desk go to the pool. And then look how everything done shifted now. Man, yeah, Kenneka had her nails done. They were painted all white. I wouldn't even be surprised if Kenneka been in the struggle, she would have lost some of her nails. You know what I'm talking about? No doubt about that. If they clean Kenneka up in the freezer, I'm quite sure that they bought nails and everything. Put nails back on them. You know what I'm talking about? If they had makeup to cover up the bruises on the pictures and stuff, you see what I'm saying? Now look. This probably when she took her last breath. That's why they doing it. Look. If you look at it, that means she had to took her last breath round about this same time. The friends K said they had to shut the pool down at what time? Round 4 to 5 o'clock. And the pool really opened up at what time? You see what I'm saying? That's why they said they would have Fresh K in there so nobody won't walk in on her. So look, at this point, when you look at the time, everybody gonna think she in the freezer, locked in the freezer. But at this point, she in the pool and they trying to get her to the freezer. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at the time of death, 21 hours, right? They said she was locked in the freezer for 21 hours. So let's calculate 21 hours. And let's see what 21 hours gonna come up to. Let's start from 4 o'clock, right? Let's say Kenneka made it to the freezer round about, let's say about 4:30ish. We're gonna start count 5, 30, 6, 37, 38, 39, 30, 10, 30, 11, 30, 12, 30, 1, 30, 2, 30, 3, 30, 4, 35, 9, 30, 10, 30, 11, 30, 12:30. Oh, that match up. Started from 5. That matched completely with 21 hours. Pie y'all. So when they gave you that proper number, 21 hours, they really told you what time they put her ass in the freezer. Pie y'all. See what I'm saying? That just add all the way up. And that's when the manager come in there, open the door, the freezer door. So then we see him grabbing the tape and he left it on top of the circuit breaker box. Then you can look on the outside of her mouth. You know they been cleaning out her mouth. They been cleaning her mouth up. Why, if she was laid on her face, why her face didn't have all that dirt on it? You see what I'm saying? And then look, guess what time I told y'all they were taking these pictures, right? So look, when you go back, so when I was telling y'all when they found Kenneka in the freezer at 12 something, right? And they started taking pictures at what time? Look, at what time, right? At 1:49. They started taking pictures at 1:49. Of a body supposed to be frozen. This not even an hour later. And you already taking pictures of this shit. And we
What's
know
up,
the
gang?
time, Skip.
Check this out. I'm finna put y'all on the T. Now watch this. I just gave y'all the timeline. 1:49 when that picture was taken with Kenneka in the freezer. Now we all know who back there with that camera. But watch this though. The timeline finna skip in the minute. So when they leave, they gonna take that cameraman with them. You see what I'm talking about? Watch him, y'all. He got it in his hand right now as we speak. Now check this out. It's impossible for him to take that picture if he ain't in that freezer. Check out the timeline, y'all. Watch this. Pie y'all, Jack. Y'all stay tuned.
So that means Kenneka supposed to be frozen solid. Right? And when you look at the pictures, where? I mean, where she look frozen? See what I'm saying? That's why I put it together like that. Cause she had tape around her mouth. You can look at it. Her hair stuck to her lips. That's probably why they had to cut some of her hair off. Cause they probably had tape in her hair and shit. You see what I'm saying? And it'll be hard to get the tape and glue and all that shit out the hair. So you gonna have no choice but to cut it off. You know what I'm talking about? You look at Kenneka's body, that body ain't even frozen. So that means they were taking a picture of her at this what they did. All they did was to slow the decomposition down of the body. If the freezer didn't work, they had the freezer door open because the cooler could still circulate in the kitchen and slow down the time of the deterioration on the body. That's all it was. Cause if Kenneka's face is this swollen and her lips that was swollen like this, that means she felt her injuries. She was injured and she was still alive because her face was swelling. And they had to, You know what I'm talking about? Put her in the freezer. Cause it would, you know what I'm talking about? Slow all that, just like in a boxing match, right? That's why they got an ice pack. Cause you know what I'm talking about? The ice finna control the swelling. So think about that. You got ice in the freezer. You got everything you need. So the person who did this know how to cover up a murder real good. And he got authority and the power to do so. And we all know who that is. Know what I'm talking about? You can look at her hair and stuff and you can see the chlorine and stuff in her hair. You know what I'm talking about? So look, if they slipped up and had pictures of this, and we know who had to be taking this picture. Then look, in the other autopsy report, they said she had a brain swelling. Then you got Irene admitted. So if they knew something about Kenneka brain injury, right? That's where the lamp story come in at. Boom, she fell and hit her head on the lamp. See what I'm saying? You're going to have some kind of excuse for it. Because they're just like, what if they'd explain it? Like, how'd she get that knot on her head? Oh, that's when she hit her head on the lamp. You know what I'm talking about? You're going to have a lie for every goddamn question that a motherfucker going to ask you. So while they was in here with the locked in the freezer, taking pictures of Kenneka and ate something. I need to go to 54 Keys video. That's what I need to do. Should I? Now look, the beverage manager. Listen what she said about the beverage manager at particularly 8 o'clock, and it finna explain how they were taking them pictures at 8 something. And it finna give you the exact time frame. Right here, gang. Here we go.
They scattered. And the my recorder went get the pairs that Kenneka bumped. If you look last video on her,
Oh, here we go. Right here, gang. She finna break it down.
Scared the shit out of me. And I'm telling y'all right now, when I woke up from that dream, I grabbed my recorder, I grabbed my notebooks. I needed to write down as much as I could about that dream because, like I said, it felt so real to me. And that's when I realized that we're not done with him yet. We're not.
Nope.
And I got some other shit to show y'all. So let's get into this shit right now. So I told y'all in that last video that I was confused about the lower level and layout. Okay, so we're gonna just go over a couple things. So remember this right here, where we saw the female manager down here at the lower level, and then right behind her is the beverage manager. Like he was following her down there, and then he cut down this hallway. And I told y'all in that last video that midway down this hallway, if you look to the left, there's the escalators and the stairs that Kenneka bumped into. Okay, one thing that I want y'all to understand about this right here is that we see him going to this lower level at 8:23, 8:24. Okay, so I thought about like what Kenneka was telling me where she was saying to count. So I came across a video by Mike Mecca, and I wasn't even looking for this particular video, but because I clicked on it, I went on and watched it. And just so happened, he was talking about deleted footage and time skips. Okay, so yeah, just real quick. Now y'all know when y'all go to the bottom of that hallway, you come out into this kitchen right here. When you go through those double doors, one thing that I found out on Mike Mecca is that before you hit those double doors, like how we see her right here in the kitchen, before you hit those double doors, to the left, there's a hallway. There's a hallway right there. And I remember people saying that shit in the beginning, and I was like, what? Like, I don't think so. Like, I didn't really have any proof, but I found proof. And let me show this to y'all. This person in this video, they at the Crown Plaza and they didn't walk the lower level and they go through these double doors. If you look straight, it's the other set of double doors that Kenneka walked through to get into that kitchen. But then if you turn to the left, nigga, it's a hallway. I'm like, oh, like, okay. And then what I found out is that right here, if you go to the left, you hit those doors that led to the bathroom. And then she walked through, we see her walk through the kitchen, and then she come through kitchen too. And if you look at the bottom corner, you could see her, so you could tell what the path was. Okay? And then she comes out right here. Gray Hughes did a really good job putting this shit together, man. And then like right here, as soon as she passed right here, that hallway would be to the left. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't understand that until now. But Gray Hughes, he put together a video that showed how long it would take for her to get from one side to the other. And it took her about, a minute and some change. Okay? So again, I went looking for video footage that included the time skips because these right here are the crucial hours for me. And that's around 8 o'clock when we see the beverage manager in the lower level. And right here at 8:23, almost 8:24, he's headed toward the kitchen. He's headed toward the kitchen. Excuse me. And when he get midway down that hallway, I don't see him go into the kitchen, but I know he didn't go up those escalators because I watched the escalator footage. Y'all, when I say I've watched hours upon hours of footage, I have. And so let me show y'all some of the time skips. Now we know he down there in the lower level around 8:24, 8:25. And then watch this right here, this footage from kitchen 2. Watch the time. Y'all see that? It jumped from 7:57 to 8:28. About 30 minutes. 30 minutes gone. Then he come in. Yeah, now let's watch everything moving around this lower level between 7:57 and 8:28. We got the female manager headed down there at 8:23. We got the beverage manager on her ass about 8:23, 8:24. Then we got his ass headed toward the kitchen about 8:24, 8:25. Okay. Then we got the female manager. Remember, she went back up to the front desk. At 8:25, at this moment right here, her ass is calling the police on Miss Teresa and them. She is. Okay, so now what I want to do is show y'all some footage from the lower level kitchen that Kenneka walked through. Let's look and see what's going on. At 8:27, this motherfucker walking through. And that's at 8:27. And then when we see them walking out right there, that's that that path excuse me, that path takes you out like
Now y'all see what I'm saying? Now that explains why he was on the move like that because of that goddamn watch. Done gave it all up. Boom, Jack. See what I'm saying? That's why. And that's why the female manager called the police. Because they was already here in the kitchen. And was desperately trying to get them out the hotel. Then when they got to roam around the lobby, out in the parking lot, getting closer to the back dock area. Because remember the 11th floor, Mr. Reese was telling them to look on the 11th floor and stuff because they outside of the parking lot looking up. So they were getting close to that back door. So guess what they did? Invite them back in and have a seat in the ballroom. See what I'm saying?
I got some real tea for you.
This way. Okay? So every time we see them cut past, because remember we saw Kenneka at the bottom. And look, we see somebody like they moving around down here on the right in the corner.
It ate something.
And it's 8:28. Okay? But we're missing footage from kitchen 2 from 7:57 to 8:28.
Boom. Right? Now we got missing footage. So they let you know it's movement down here because of this. Right? And we know the reason why they coming down because they took the same route that she took. So it makes sense why they would be running back and forth in the same area.
Okay? Don't forget that. Because I know, like for me, I had to understand this layout, and it's all right here. It's like a big ass circle.
Facts.
Y'all understand what I'm saying? And
Cause check this out. If it's in one big circle, that means this whole area is the crime scene. They're just like if a murder been happen, just say if somebody was discovered dead in your bedroom and they closed the whole house down and they just only showed the investigation of the body in the bedroom, not the living room, not the bathroom, none of that, just that particular focus. But the whole crime scene, the whole house is the crime scene. Because when you think about that, you got to think about outside trick. Because the suspect got to come in the house. Did he walk around the house first? Check for windows? How did he get in? You know what I'm talking about? It's the way we got to look at things. So when you think of that timestamp in Kenneka watch, that's why the watch is showed on a goddamn phone. Where is it? On a goddamn phone. Not a camera, not a police camera. It's come from a phone. And who will be able to take that goddamn shot? The security guard, the one that found her in the freezer. That's how he knew to go back there.
when I started focusing on the time skips, I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. I'm trying to put the time skips together because I'm one who I believe that we're missing footage. And then look who pops up at 8:28. The maintenance man. And I told y'all, it looked like he's just doing his damn job. That's what that looked like to me. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've eliminated him as a suspect. He's not on my list. We're not on his ass. Because when you take into account
And what a coincidence. At this time, he taking recordings of temperatures. Recording of temperatures at this particular time. So think about that's important. Why would you know what I'm saying? Is this the normal time for him to be checking temperature? It's nothing, you know what I'm saying, out of the ordinary of that though. But it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? If you think about if the body was in the freezer didn't work and then you had the doors open so the cooler can circulate in the freezer. All he had to do is come in there and just check the vents and be like, well, you know what I'm saying? And they got a temperature reading. Damn, that's cold blooded.
watching him move and going over his witness statement. Everything he said is what you see. Everything. Okay? And we got him in this kitchen starting at 8:28. Now it's 8:29. Look, he's still down there. Now, again, the footage has skipped in kitchen 2, which is right there, from 7:57 to 8:28.
Now
What
what?
don't they want us to see? And I told y'all, when they come out that side, you can come out right here. Okay? Now watch this footage right here. Watch the time. It's 8:28 on that clock. Y'all see it jump to 9:05?
Now to 9:05. Now remember Kenneka watch when I showed y'all they was in the plastic bag and stuff. Where I had it at? Stay right up in her. And it said 9:10. Hold on, look. Look what this documented at. 8:49. Right? Look at the look. All this was documented on Rosemont file. Here go a clear shot of that. Look at the date of the incident on the 8th. 8:49. Right? Eight something. Right? 8 something. That's explain the time skip. They was running back and forth. You got no choice. If you down here, you got no choice but to keep them cameras skipping. Cause you got to do what? Run back and forth to her to that location. You see what I'm saying? So you gonna have to be on the cameras. So next thing you know, what you got to do? Cut the motherfuckers off down to about 15 minutes till you get through doing your thing. And remember, this a rush job. So that explains why that time was skipped from there to here. Cause this what they got to run into. This where Kenneka was at, ain't it? Ain't this where she came through? So it would make sense that you got to conduct your investigation in her. In her, Jack. And that's why this time skipping.
We missing about 30 minutes. 30 minutes gone. Okay? And then we got the maintenance guy up here in this kitchen at 8:34. So it's safe to assume that when he left from down there in the kitchen where we saw him at 8:28, he headed up there. He's headed toward that kitchen. Okay? Where they found Kenneka. Now, understand this. I want y'all need to follow me, okay? Understand this. Don't forget that he told us that he was only up there for a minute before somebody from the front desk called him. And y'all remember? Somebody called him and told him somebody shitted in the pool. We need you to go check that shit out. Come
on. And check this out. Go back to the pool. Now they got to drain the pool because it's evidence in the pool. Evidence in the pool. He was up there for 1 minute and somebody alerted him, say, go check the pool. So they were so overprotective at the pool, right? So Miss Teresa saying, y'all know they closed the pool down and it was at 4:30 in the morning. So they were draining the pool at 8. They say they started draining the pool probably about 9 or 10 or something. I don't know how long it'd take to drain the pool, but they drained it while Miss Teresa was there. So while they were draining the pool, cause look, Miss Teresa came up there, so they running out the kitchen, they draining the pool. It's like they done kicked into another gear with this cover up.
on out of there. But I felt like when I did that video, I told y'all then, I felt like that he was being redirected. Like a motherfucker was following him. Somebody knew or saw him go in there. And that was the reason he was able to be redirected. Because remember, somebody called the front desk. Okay? Somebody called him. And then when he got off the phone, that's when he radioed the maintenance guy. Come on, y'all. Follow me. Y'all understand where I'm going with this? We got
Man,
the times skipping.
see, look, with that just alone, what 54 Keys just put that together with this one little goddamn receipt of this watch. Of this damn watch right here. Of this. And you could say she solved this motherfucker. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause you just perfectly matched the time up with the other camera in the kitchen. Cause when you put this shit together, you can't deny this. Cause they got to come through their way to get to her. So that explains her time skips. Let's carry on, gang, and bust them up.
Around the maintenance man. And the question still remains, who called him? And we know the time skipping down here in this kitchen, and it's skipping around the maintenance guy. We saw it.
They don't want him down there.
We missing about an hour worth of footage.
Uh-oh.
So let me take you to the lower level kitchen and let's see what the fuck was going on between 8:28 and 9:05. Watch the time. Y'all see it jump from 8:37 to 8:46?
8:37 to 8:46. Boom! And somebody was still back there with the phone. Watch this. Let's see this. Watch this, y'all. Hold on.
About 10 minutes. And then watch this. There you go. The beverage manager. He's down there. Okay? He's down there. And it looked like he just did a walkthrough. So then my question was, where was he coming from? Because
Uh-oh. Now he gonna have to explain that, and then he in a hurry, ain't it? So who was down there with him? Cause if he out of there at 12:46, so it gotta be Risco, somebody. You see what I'm saying? We just look, y'all. We just uncovered the biggest clue in the case.
the kitchen too is over there.
And this the main camera. This the worst camera to be popping up from. You see what I'm? This the worst camera to be popping up from. So they let you know where he was at.
In that area where he came from. And then watch the time. From 8:46 to 8:54, the time skips again.
So whoever came out there with their phone, make sure they went through with no problem. Payow. Man, y'all better tell 54 Keys about this shit right here, Jack. Cause I think she might be want to be get interested in this particular. I want to know, you know what I'm saying? You see what you? It's no other way that you can look at this shit now. So the person that came when the beverage manager came through, he came out there jump first. So whoever was behind him had common sense to cut the goddamn camera off and be undetected. But keep this in mind. You got him on camera going to that location, right? Before he got lost. So when you think about what she said when he came up missing, look what they were doing in that time frame. And you decided to come out at the same time with this going on. And this what they was doing. All of this back dock area with the police getting it together. Know what I'm talking about? Getting all this shit together, right? This your proof right there. They can't take none of this shit back. They can't take none of this back. Then list to 54.
Okay, he's down there, and it looked like he just did a walkthrough. So then my question was, where was he coming from? Because the kitchen too is over there in that area where he came from. And then watch the time. From 8:46 to 8:54, the time skips again. About 7 minutes. And then we got him. He looks sneaky as hell, don't he?
Damn.
What are he doing? Was he following the beverage manager? Y'all remember him? Dude scratching in the dishwashing room. Him.
Hi, y'all.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on.
Hi,
Now, another
y'all.
area that I wanted to focus on was between about 11:30 and 12.
And that's why the female, that's why they try to make it look like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see this shit?
12:23 when they found Kenneka. And I wanted to see what was going on around that time on the footage. So we got the female manager bringing the police downstairs into that kitchen at 11:37. And then at 11:38, now we got them coming from the other side, but somehow they...
But look, what if this was at 8 something? Cause look, what if this was at really at 8 something, right? Cause it would show the police we got to go back there since the camera recording. We got to be seen on the camera, but we just got to change the date on it. You know what I'm saying? Or change the time on it. You know what I'm talking about? So check this out. Let's see, what is this 8 o'clock? Or it could be 11:30. Just keep in mind, they do a lot of camera trickery. You know what I'm talking about? So it'll be safe to think this kind of way. But check this out.
ended up coming through the side where Kenneka came in. And that's what makes me think that they used the hallway, because they came in that way. Because we've seen all of them come in on the other side. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I hope I ain't confusing y'all with that shit. But we got the police in this kitchen at 11:38 to 11:39. And then at 11:39, we got the beverage manager leaving the kitchen. He out of there. I told y'all when they came in, he went out. And I think...
See that you look the way that, man, it just something. But watch this.
he cut through the hallway because he came out on that side. We didn't see him. He wasn't in the kitchen footage with the police. And then look at this footage from kitchen 2. Watch the time. It's 11:40. And we got the police coming through there.
With
They all
gloves
through this
on.
lower level. Okay? They all through this lower level. But I want y'all to pay attention to the time. Y'all see the time skip from 11:40 to...
It's skipping over this. It's that, look, that time is consistent, skipping over this shit. You know what I'm talking about? You see how they playing that camera? Look how they moving on that motherfucker. Look at the odd shit they doing. Like, you know, they ain't just looking for nobody. You know what I'm talking about? Cause when I first watched, I'm like, man, look, they ain't taking this shit serious. They ain't trying to make no effort. Cause you can tell by a motherfucker looking for a body. So watch this.
to 12:13. Again, we're missing about 30 minutes. Okay? We're missing about 30 minutes. So my thing is this. I wanted to know what the hell was going on between 11:40 and 12:13. We got the police coming through kitchen 2 at 11:40:14. Okay? And then y'all...
See that? Think about this screenshot. Cause on camera, they got to walk by this camera and open up certain things like they looking so they can pass this camera and go to the real location of the entrance. You see what I'm saying? So don't let that fake ass search fool you because we seen these suckers on here like this. Yeah, let me look in here right quick. Just walk by the camera. You know what I'm talking about? I peeped it.
I saw it skip from 11:40 to 12:13. Now look at the lower level kitchen at 11:40. See these police officers? It's the same dude. They just came from kitchen 2. That's how close it is. It's really close. And I
See
don't know,
that?
every time I see them going through these freezers or coolers, whatever these things are, it really bothers me. It really bothers me. But needless to say, they were down there. They were looking for Kenneka. Okay? Now, let's continue on. Let's see what else is going on around 11:40. We at 11:46 right now.
Watch this.
And here come the beverage manager.
Look. Watch this. Keep this in mind. This 49 mark, right? Keep that 49 mark in mind. Right?
And then he went into this bathroom. And I told y'all before, he was only in there for a second. So it was kind of like, well, damn. I was reading comments and people were like, I wonder if he heard the police coming. I mean, and that to me was a really good question. Okay? But he's in there less than a minute and then he brings his ass back out. So we got him going into this lower level kitchen at 11:47. Now, let's go back to the kitchen. Watch the time. It's 11:47 and it jumps to 11:54.
See that?
Okay? What's missing?
Cause look, if man, it's getting real spooky now.
It skipped 7 minutes after the beverage manager went in there. And when y'all go through these doors right here by the bathrooms, I told y'all, this is the view that you have. This is what you see. And straight is the freight elevator. And then by the freight elevator, you have those steps that they wanted us to believe that Kenneka went up.
And then look, when you stand right here and think about up, you'll know exactly you at if you know the layout of the kitchen, right? Like you could head toward this way to the break room, to the pool, or you could keep straight down this hallway, cut a right, and could walk down the laundry room. So when the police were running down, when they got the call and was like, yeah, she in the freezer, they came from this way and got on the elevators. Right? So when they got on the elevator, that's why you didn't see all the police didn't rush in the kitchen. You know what I'm talking about? The kitchen, right? You seen only one team of police come through there. And the other team just mysteriously just popped up in the kitchen. See what I'm saying?
Okay? And that brings me to some of the pictures that Kenneka showed me. And I'm going to show y'all this one first because this right here is exactly how she showed it to me. Look at this picture. Now, do y'all understand what y'all looking at? You got
So he was missing for 36 minutes. So that means you see him entering down here. And 30 minutes later, he in her. And we know he came through this way to dodge all the other cameras to get upstairs without being seen until it was time for him to go back and open that freezer door.
The beverage manager going in the lower level at 11:47, and then you got him finding Kenneka up here in this upper kitchen at 12:23. And I told y'all when he went in at 11:47, he did not come back out. So the more and more I looked at this picture, like I said, I was trying to figure out what Kenneka was trying to tell me. And the more and more I looked at this picture, I started to sing that Drake song. Started from the bottom, now he here. Started from the bottom, now he here. Started from the bottom, now he here.
Now we're catching on what she meant why she was like, started from the bottom, now he here. This just told you everything right there. It started from the bottom and worked their way to the top. Meaning, when you think about the investigation, you got to start from the bottom to the top. Don't it make sense? You got to clean your shit from the bottom to the top.
Y'all understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? If we see him go in this lower level at 11:47, but then and he never comes back out. But then at 12:23, we got him up in this upper kitchen finding Kenneka. How the fuck did he get up there? How did he get up there? In my opinion, he either took that freight or he took the stairs.
We already know you got to take the freight. You know what I'm talking about? So even when this, just think about it. This just showed me. When you get interested in the time in the case, look how much time could bring you information. Tracking a person whereabout, where was you was at. Since we know that he was in these two areas right here. If it wouldn't even make no difference if it's the top or the bottom, right? He's still in the same area. Right? So this means from the bottom to the top is the crime scene. Cause once a crime been committed, whatever it started at and wherever it ended at, believe me, it's gonna be a trail. So, according to my thinking, if a attack started down here, I'm quite sure it's gonna be some kind of blood, some kind of saliva, some kind of DNA leading you all the way to just say on the freight elevators. You're gonna want fingerprints on there. Did the suspect leave a couple of drippings of blood? Cause you know what I'm saying? If Kenneka walked through the hallways at a certain point, you don't think that she was leaking at a certain point if she was bleeding. You see what I'm saying? It's impossible to walk around. I know, you know what I'm saying? If I get when I mess around with the whip or something, you know what I'm saying, put a pod on that John or something, I might cut myself. And you know what I'm saying, it'd be a little hand cut. You know what I'm saying? But now I done got it dripped out on my icy white, you know what I'm saying, my leather and shit. Like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? So I'm quite sure that it's gonna be a little trickling somewhere. It could be on the suspect's shoe. Think about this. The person that attacked her, he had Kenneka blood on him. And you need to see who was changing clothes there that night. Because keep this in mind. If you was an employee, you're going to have to change clothes on the job. You see what I'm saying? Think about that. If he was an employee, he going to have to change clothes on the job if he got blood on him. Next thing you know, he could take his security shirt off and all this and walk around like he a regular civilian on the clock. And we could look at him walking through and we thinking he a guest or something. It could anything be like that, y'all. Yeah, I be trying to use my thinking, cause you know what I'm talking about. Cause man, it's really testing your mind ability, how willing you are to go deep in that rabbit hole and see what's really going on with these suckers. You know what I'm talking about. So check this out, gang.
Because from my understanding, those are your only two ways to get up there to that upper kitchen from the bottom. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all, stick with me. Now, y'all know when y'all come up these stairs right here, you got the freight elevator to the right, and then straight ahead is the dock.
And then look, not only this camera right here, another reason why they got to say this camera don't work, cause guess what else this camera would show? The police right here taking pictures of this camera. This camera would have showed this police detective taking this picture. You see what I'm saying? It would have showed the beverage manager walking out of here. You know what I'm saying? Walking in the parking lot at the back door, wherever the fuck he went to. This camera would have captured it. Now, when he walked back there in the freezer, who is to say it was a whole lot of police and staff members standing right up under this mother? While this camera all standing right up here watching him go and open up the freezer door. And so when he walked back in and be like, okay, y'all can go in right now. You know, hold up, wait a minute, not just quite yet. All right, let's walk in. Just point out, like, where she at now? And then there you go. And then next thing you know, the team number 2 police, they just got to sit right here and watch all this shit unfold till they walk past that camera, come to us, and give us a crew. That's when we'll rush in there, John. Like, damn, what the hell? Where she at? She in here marching in, running and shit. You see what I'm saying? So look.
But then right here, you have 2 double doors that lead to the set of wooden doors that they said Kenneka went through. Remember? They caught her on camera coming through these wooden doors. These doors right here. Now, I was watching a video about Mike Mecca, and I found that there is a hallway to the left of this door right here. And it fucked me up, but I never was able to put it together until now. But to the left of this door right here, there's a hallway. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think this is the damn hallway that the beverage manager took to get into this kitchen. This
Now look, once you know the layout, you know exactly I'm talking about, and you'll know exactly what 54 talking about. They don't want y'all to look all the way down the hallway. They don't want y'all to have no camera angle showing the other side of their kitchen. Right? They don't want y'all to see that. Cause once you go on the other side, man, you would be like that. No wonder why they all in here, in that caddy shack, doing what they were doing.
hallway right here. I believe this is the route that he took. I believe he came up either the freight or the stairs. And instead of him going in the way Kenneka went in, I think he went through this hallway. That's why he came from the side. I mean, that's just my opinion. I feel like that's why he was able to come from the side. And then not only that, when he got in there, he walked all the way around to the freezer. Y'all saw him? He walked all the way around. I'm going to tell y'all what this feels like to me. It feels like that, whether it be subconscious.
And then look, and if you really want to know the truth, right down this hallway can lead you to the caddy shack. It can lead you to the caddy shack. So it would make sense why everybody was running around that caddy shack. Cause once you come through that mud, look what you can do. Why you think everybody had to walk around the parking lot, walks up under that camera, and come this way to get to the kitchen? You see what I'm saying? This the route. Go outside. Y'all go out the lobby though. Walk all the way around the building. So now you see them walking across the cameras, right? You think they going in their car. Man, these folk coming straight down this hallway into that fucking kitchen.
Consciously or consciously, he is avoiding the route that Kenneka took to that damn freezer. And my thing is this. If you're able to avoid the route, that means you know the route. Come on, man, play the game. Come on. So let's get into this next image. It was this right here. I did a video about the slider. And I thought that maybe like somebody jumped out on Kenneka right here. And I still believe that. This is one of the pictures.
Now look. Y'all know this what I think. Once upon a time, Kenneka walked in this kitchen, right? She was walking straight. She wasn't wobbly or nothing. They got her walk right up in this area where 54 got a screenshot at. Right? I believe that's when they stopped the video. And when they was actually bringing her back to the freezer, she ain't walking. So they added that video, morphed it in, and that's when they was carrying her to the freezer. Cause look at her arm dangling. For a prime example, right? If you want to do some harm to me, just say if I work in this kitchen and I walk back and forth to this kitchen freezer. So one of my coworkers want to do something to me, like security. So all he got to do is come in that joint and do something to me. Bam, bam, bam. He already got all the footage he need. Only thing what he need to do is edit the video like this here, showing me chopping up a steak. Now I'm finna walk back in the freezer and go get some frozen meat. So next thing you know, I come in, the security come in and watch the camera and see me in the freezer and lock me in that joint. Right? And on the camera, he made it look like he locked himself in the freezer because he was the only one back there. You see what I'm saying? Since by him got the video, and then once you do detective work and look in the footage, get the real hard drive, not a copy, but you get to get the original hard drive and see what all files, how the way he edited and what software did he use. So then they come to find out that when the video showed me going to work back and forth in the freezer, and he came in on the camera and asked me, you know what I'm saying, hey, something about some meat in the freezer. So the video showed me, I'm escorting him in the freezer to see, yeah, we got meat right here. And he pushed me in there and locked me in there and run back in there and edited the tape and deleted that scene, right? So he just kept the scene there. When I went back there, like second time I went back there, he saved that footage and showed the police. See, that's when he went back there and he must have had to lock himself in there. Know what I'm talking about? So this what this scene looked like to me. Cause look at her arm dangling.
Pictures that she showed me. So was she telling me that some motherfuckers jumped out on her? And then remember the girls pointing with the finger? Remember the girl with the long fingernail and she saw some motherfuckers running out of the kitchen? What if they was on some childish shit and somebody slid out on their ass and Kenneka got caught and they got away? I mean, just something to think about. But
That could be true too, cause I know Kenneka and this attacker ain't the only one in this kitchen. According to the paperwork that we read, it were multiple people in this kitchen. It were multiple people in this kitchen.
I just let me know what y'all think about that image because I don't know what she's trying to tell me other
Uh-oh.
than somebody actually jumped out on her. And then we have this image right here. And I was like, wait a minute, that's the phone call from the one dude that we remember we was talking about sound like DMX and shit. So I went back and listened to that recording over and over and over again. And I want y'all to hear something.
What the situation is, she went down there and said, you feel me? Now, whole time, like, Maya saying she feel like Manisha might have something to do with it, you feel me? But ain't she having in that room, you feel me? But, you feel me? Now, whatever plans Manisha and the nigga that owned the motherfucking situation, but it was a coincidence. It wasn't like.
See what he just said? Don't it make sense? Now, if Monifa made the deal with the person that's in charge of the fireman club, who gonna be responsible for the cover up? The same person that got the keys to that joint. So if you got Monifa explaining to everybody, put her in the freezer. So they let you know she ain't communicating with this white dude right here. Cause you can't get in there unless he give you access to it. That's simple. It's plain as day right there. Nobody that had access to that freezer but him, and he allowed them to go in there, right? So that's why he said what he said. Listen.
Ain't she having in that room, you feel me? But, you feel me? Now, whatever plans Manisha and the nigga that owned the motherfucking situation, but it was a coincidence. It wasn't like. It was no some dude got caught in the act. He copped the plea. Like he did a deal with her type shit, like a payment deal type shit. Like nigga who owns the club owns the organ door, like an organ door.
So they just gave you the connection. And then the main person that she will make a deal with, they're gonna be the main person getting lost on the footage and help cover this shit up. Hi y'all. Look, you see how 54 Key video just brought that shit to the light? Man, when you play with these timestamps on this jump, man, it just get more surprising every time when you look into it more deeper. Just imagine if I were really trained as a motherfucking detective, right? Just imagine all the shit I can dig out of this bitch. You know what I'm talking about? So, if it's true, he said Monifa made a deal with them niggas and the person that owned the organ harvesting, and he got caught in the act. That explain why would everybody would be it was explain why he went to the link to cover this shit up. That's why Monifa,
He has a bald spot. He got glasses.
kept running in his area
At 3:22 a.m.
And keep this in mind, this his area right here, right? And guess who you got to go look for in this area? Him. Monifa know it. Look at her now. He ain't leave it right there. I know what you looking for. You see what I'm saying? Y'all, all because of Monifa made a deal with one of them staff members and them niggas. That explain why when French K came up there, they spooked them and they got her out that room. Right? So he ain't had no choice but to make a deal with the kids. With Monifa and them. That's why that's why Shamaya went over there. Cause guess where the food director beverage manager kept running into? in this area. So this is what he in charge at. His liquor box right here. He got to have security in over here. Hi, we got another hit, gang. We got another hit. I told y'all, man, look. Now you see something. What happened? Kenneka came up missing. We're missing for a whole hour. Right? Hold on, y'all. Remind y'all, she was in the room for 2 hours and left the room and was missing for an hour. So that means she was in danger for 3 hours. And not only that, after 3 hours, they looking for her and she's still alive, right? And I believe the next 2 hours, that's when Kenneka finally passed away. Just because round about 5:30 and 6 o'clock, that's when Kenneka actually passed away. Cause at some point, if it was feces in the pool, she had. Cause when I say y'all, when Franz K said she was still shallow breathing, you gotta think about how long her body sat there, right? Cause round about this time, we talking about putting Kenneka in the freezer around 4 o'clock. So we got 30 minutes to get her out the pool area. So check this out. When Franz K, when he left to go back in the office, right? He probably didn't seen her when she died. He probably still was thinking that she's somewhere in the hotel, still alive. Cause he said he watched them put her in the freezer. But he don't know if she was dead or alive though, cause he only watching it on the cameras. So it would make sense that if you know what I'm saying, if that lawyer firm said something like that about the lawsuit was really about Kenneka died in the pool, not in the freezer, and her real cause of death was drowning. I don't know. But I know only Miss Teresa could answer that part. The only way if I get that out my mind, if I could get a silent answer on that part. Cause we never know. It could be that reason. Cause I got a reason the way I could believe that. Because all the negative that I got with YouTube was about the pool. I mean, when you mention that pool, it's like it just strike something. It just strike evil. It strike hate. And I'm like, damn, all of this over fucking pool. Why these people, y'all remember people was calling in, was talking about there's no pool, Trey Gang. Remember Straight Drive started it. Then you had a subscriber coming in here talking about some, Trey Gang, I looked at the Google map and Trey Gang, there ain't even no pool in there. I already called and I already checked. And I said, man, this shit on Google map, man. You know what I'm saying? Then I pull it up live and let a motherfucker see. They said it still ain't even no pool. And I was looking at fake images. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. It's like when you mention that pool, it strikes up demons. It spooked the hell out of Straight Drop so bad. He made content about the pool all the time till it got exposed. How you gonna teach your following that it is a pool in there? And then when it get exposed, you say it ain't one in there. That let me know that it made me more concerned about the pool area. Even Monifa said it. Even Irene made a post about it. About the pool area. So when you look at all this, Monifa busted all the way. She made a deal with the niggas, just like the Snapchat said. Look, all the text message Monifa, this reason why the police didn't make Monifa text public. Not when they communicate with the guys, cause look what the text gonna read. Her making deals with the guys at the party. Cause remember, when the female left, y'all remember the female left the party. All the female left and then all the males came in. So look, when you think about it, when they color code, they said the female, only female subject was on the portion of the video, and that was in the pink area. Now we see the white girl go in this area. Just say it's the women's in this area, right? I just see Shamaya over there right now. This is where the food beverage manager works at, right? But every group that came in, according to the dudes, they always stopped it right here and go toward the kitchen. And they said this is where all the guys hang out at. Then when you go to Friend's Cave letter, he said, yeah, on the 11th floor, this is where all the train is at. But on the 6th floor, this is where a whole lot of guys, but no girls. So that means the girl was in on another side of the hotel. You see what I'm saying? Man, that's the way I'm looking at it now. Cause that's why Friend K said about the bar room. Cause when you go on the footage on the 8 right here, you can see people taking pictures right in through this window right here. And this the ballroom. So that means Kenneka ain't turned down this hallway yet. So about time Shamaya, so just say TY would be standing right here while Kenneka would be turning the corner and walking down towards where they at. And while they went up the escalator, Kenneka kept straight into the kitchen. Boom! And made it outside. Cause remember, when they leave from here, Monifa and them go outside. And they seen the fight. Then they come back in. 20 minutes later, you got her come back in 20 minutes later. When she walked in the lobby with them dudes. When they all were going to the kitchen. Mm-hmm.
So they didn't, like, when they found she passed out from the E pills and shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when the shit comes back, the whole, like, a lot of motherfuckers' feelings gonna change. Like, she's high.
Now let's go back to this cocktail. E pills. What E pills made of? If he said E pill, why she said did you put in the E force in this? Makes sense to me, don't it? So all this, that E pill gonna be consistent of the combination of drugs. And they covered it up with topiramate. See what I'm saying? benzo, cocaine, all this shit, amphetamines, all this, fentanyl, all these is downers. This a powerful goddamn it combination here. If she had 200 grams of topiramate in her system, right? Look. 500 of that. Man, that's like this cocktail could kill somebody. So they go back to this.
I saw E-pills, you feel me? She passed out E-pills out. I think what motherfuckers tell, what Mike's telling me, do that program to the advantage of it, but it might not show back her rape kit because she's passed out. You feel me?
Y'all heard what he said. One of the things that stuck out to me in this conversation this time around was the
Think about what he just said. It might not show back on the rape quit because she passed out and she not. That means that she passed out and her attacker having sex with her. So it ain't gonna be no forced interest. That's why when the autopsy report, they were asking how the kit came back in. They just put it up under the rug and never mentioned it. But they did ran test results on it. Then when Dr. Ali came out and was like, well, look, it was 3 semens that were found in her. Right? So that let you know it was 3 suspects. Think about the security manager that found Kenneka in the freezer. You know what I'm talking about? It could have been him that she made the deal with. Cause look, everybody that helped covered it up. Hi, y'all. Hold on, y'all. There she go. Hold on, y'all. There she go, gang. That's what I'm saying, 54 Key, because this is the way I'm looking at it. They can't run to nobody else ask for help or to cover up but the same person they made a deal with. You see what I'm saying? So it would make sense why he would be the one that go find her and unlock the freezer. And plus that little time gap that you know what I'm talking about. When you made that video about 8:49, right? Now, I saved this picture and this jump been circulating. You know what I'm talking about? So it would make a whole lot of sense why that timeline was skipping around him. Round about this same time and people in the kitchen. Hi, y'all. Know what I'm saying? Because his voice was on the police scanner. His voice was on the police scanner. Frozen solid. So they let you know, like, damn, he, you know what I'm talking about? They trying to cover that shit up. But that's what I believe, 254. I believe they probably made a deal. That's probably who they made the deal with. Yeah, that's what is. If they would have went to somebody else, it would have been some motherfucker went to jail. It would have messed everything up. You had to go back to the same person, be like, man, look what happened to her. You know, look, it could have been his fault. And in the way you look at it, it probably be all his fault. And the reason why is that you know what I'm talking about. Cause he would come, when you look at his misdemeanor, he ain't had no emotions about it or nothing. He just went back there and you could just tell like she wasn't nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of vibe I'm getting. But yeah, I had to go to 54 Key Video Show. I'm like, man, look at this time. It's kind of coincident, this shit going on.
The fact that he said Monifa ran into a motherfucker. Somebody that owns some shit. Y'all heard him. So if you own some shit, that means you run some shit.
So that means we got to go back to this then. So if Monifa and them came down this way,
4:24 a.m. the kids walked to the back or wherever they went to when they came down those lower level stairs. 9 minutes later,
now boom, they could have. That's who they probably could trying to meet up with. You know what I'm talking about? Man, that's why sometimes this shit be spooking me. Cause if he said somebody got something to do with somebody saying Monifa probably got something to do with it, cause Monifa is the one, goddamn it. Oh wait, let me go back to what he said.
He basically said they ran into somebody in a position of authority. Y'all understand what I'm saying about that? I'm telling y'all. Did Monifa and them run into the beverage manager?
Boom! That just sums it up for me. Cause that just summed this up with me, with Monifa and that beverage manager. Cause what she said in the live, yeah, put her ass, let me go to her live. Let me go to TY live, right? Hold on. We finna listen to it.
Yeah, it's too late for that. Yep, there go the manager. My car keys, my weed.
And then this sound like the same voice that's on the walkie-talkie. Look.
Yeah, it's too late for that. Yep, there go the manager. My car keys, my weed. That ain't no motherfucking manager. Oh, it is a manager. It is a manager. Shit. On BD, all of them.
3.
Turn that pappy ringtone off.
So let's go right here.
Don't listen, folks.
So he just came to the door. Now watch this and listen to Monifa only.
Listen, folks.
That's right, you know this.
What's up, folks?
Listen, y'all.
I'm gonna get it to that girl over there. What girl? That? I'm gonna get more than
See, they were talking about the freezer then. So if they just came up there talking about don't call the cops, and then you got Monifa in the background a minute or two later talking about somebody talking about putting her ass in the freezer. And then when you go back to 54 Key video and listen to this shit.
I mean, who did she run into? Is what I want to know. I don't trust him. I don't. And I think, like I told y'all in the last video, that he was tracking the police all throughout this hotel. Understand, he's been at this hotel for years. For years. You know he know the layout. He know the back streets, the back hallways. He know that. The police don't. And he's sliding around through this hotel watching them. That's how I see this. And we seen him walk straight to the freezer. I'm not going to keep saying that. And to Miss Teresa, it killed me when I heard her say she asked the police who found her daughter, and they told her an employee found her daughter. And I'm here to tell you, Miss Teresa, he didn't find your daughter. He went straight to your daughter.
And it's safe to say that he helped put her in there. Know what I'm talking about? It's safe to say that he helped put her in there. He the one in charge over all this. So if she made a deal with him, she knew where exactly to go find him then, right? Since this is kitchen, she knew where to go find him, right? Look, gang. Hold on.
Now, mind you, the clock says 4:02.
Going
for
to
now, Monifa.
Going to his location, and that's why P said, yeah, it's the same route. You know, when the restaurants back there, they were going to meet up with this sucker. You see what I'm saying? That just really confirmed it to me now. That's probably what the fuck going on. That Monifa could have made a deal with that Barrage dude. And keep this in mind, he's a security guard. But keep this in mind, since he got lost on the lower level, right, at 8 something. Don't we have Detective Walsh in one of his statements, and he said they found Kenneka downstairs in the basement in the freezer? I remember that. I still got the paperwork on that shit. So that lower level basement is still a huge factor, goddammit, you know what I'm talking about? So they got to meet up with him, cause when you go back and watch the beverage manager footage on the 8, and I can pull it up right now, and the last place that you see him go is back here down on the lower level. He's security. So that means he in the security booth. That's why they ain't never see, you know what I'm talking about? So that's what it is, gang. Monifa and that beverage manager. That's why P's were like, that ain't the fucking beverage manager. I mean, that ain't the fucking manager, you know what I'm talking about? He probably know him as security, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know, gang. There's a lot to take in. That's why Shamaya went over there in the corner. Cause the beverage manager, look, since they in this location, right, I got to go. Know what I'm talking about? Listen.
Show right in the corner on the phone.
So look, that explain why when they said call Bree Bree, that's why y'all see Bree Bree came in the lobby exactly 3:31. 3:31 in the game. Hi, y'all. Man, this getting serious, y'all. Cause when you, so that mean two girls, when they call Bree, bitch, come back. And this thing, they talking about, yeah, who opened the door? You know what I'm saying? And they talking about putting her ass in the freezer then. So let me go to this. Now here go the elevator footage. Y'all remember how the doors were opening and closing? Look how she gets out. You can see her hair now is messed up. All right. Now look, you see that? It look like her hand on the phone, ain't it? Look like she reaching for the phone to me, don't it? Could be. You know what I'm talking about? Now, something going on with her hair on her head because it ain't like how the way it look in the lobby. Boom. Then look behind that. We know the door's gonna be opening and rolling, right? And we see a white figure shirt in there. Look, you can see a person with a white shirt on and black pants. Look inside the elevator when it jump open up, gang. Whoa! Y'all see that? So this would be the exact same time when Shemaya went in the bathroom. So that means round about this time, Shemaya in the bathroom, Kenneka coming out the kitchen. They seen her, Jack. Bye, y'all. Now look, watch this front desk. I hope she got the whole front desk on this John. Let me see how far she gonna take the front desk. Now we already watched her on my last line what she was actually doing. Now keep this in mind. I'm gonna skip this. Cause we already know what she doing all on the phone and stuff. All right, boom. Then we know Killer finna come off that John. See that gang? See how the doors open and nobody gets off on them John. Now look, it's a person with all red on in this elevator. Cause I'm looking at the color of the reflection on the wall. If French K said they was all in the elevators and they were fucking off in them elevators, you gonna see some of their outfit reflection off the walls. You know what I'm saying? What link you talking about? I don't know what link you talking about. See how they on them elevators, right? Won't it make sense if they was at 3:32, then they skip 2 minutes, then they finna show Killer come back this way? It skipped 2 minutes, right? So look, think about this. What happened in those 2 minutes? For it skips. Did somebody get off on the elevator right behind him? Cause it's like every time they get from the camera, the time skip like a motherfucker behind them. What y'all say? Open the chat up. I can do that. I open that John up, but I got to close this live cause this software right here don't allow me to invite guests on the panel. I got to go on that other John to do that, John. So I got to cancel this one. And think about this, right? This would make sense. If you go with 4 o'clock on this timeline, right? 4 o'clock. And we see what they were doing between the hours of 3:50. Now you understand why she was touching the doors with her sleeve, trying to get to the pool area. Then when she noticed that door was locked, now she looking toward the laundry room. Where little Meek at? Where his location at? So you got Monifa down here in the laundry that she is known. Her and little Meek know each other. So it made sense that she'll be making deals with his co-workers. That's why they didn't want the kids to leave. Know what I'm saying? So it's all Monifa's fault because it cost her friend life. You know what I'm talking about? She made a deal with the devil and the gang got in on it. You know what I'm talking about? That's the only way Kenneka would be walking like that because they gave that girl all of that shit, man. I'm talking about they really pumped that girl up with these chemicals, man. I'm talking about they really did her dirty. Man, they had all this in this girl's system, man. And the news gonna have the nerve and say a 19-year-old walking around drunk. So
Show right in the corner on the phone. Nene, where that cup at, folks?
that's why he said, where that cup at, folk? And he explained why. Where that cup at? It got residue all in that motherfucker. So look, I wouldn't even be surprised when that young Giro, when he said she had a heart attack and stuff like that. Because that's what he was said in the beginning. I wouldn't doubt it if I read all this. You know what I'm talking about? I wouldn't doubt it. Maybe they gave her so much, maybe they thought she was having a heart attack. Cause remember they said Kenneka was freaking out. They said she was freaking out, and you know what I'm saying, they were laughing because she was actually freaking out and they thought it was funny. You see what I'm saying? Man, look. That fentanyl is the most dangerous drug. You can even touch it, you will die. I'm like, nah, I'm straight on that, Josh. You know what I'm talking about? Man, where I'm at, man, this was the number one drug that's killing folks. You know what I'm talking about? I'm reading up on people that they go get hotel rooms and somebody done laced their drug with some fentanyl. And the lady took her kids to the room with her. And I guess she had some company or something, and they were getting high in the room. And the police found the mom in there, the boyfriend, and two friends in there with the kids in the room. They dead. But the kids alive, they don't know what the fuck happened. They just know they wouldn't wake up. And come to find out, it was laced with fentanyl. So, y'all know what? This why Friends K mentioned this shit. Man, look, 54 Key video just opened up my eye because it really just clicked on me when she said the Monique and the beverage manager got something going on, something shady, because all the evidence will lead back to Monique. Look how the evidence is. All this shit when it all boiled down. We know Monique set it up, but he gave himself up to how the way he went to go discover the body. You see what I'm saying? That automatic just told me, yeah, that's the link right there. Cause she mentioned the freezer. Cause he probably would came across his goddamn sick ass mind. But keep this in mind, Kenneka and them used to work at McDonald's together all along. So I think they probably did used to play games in the freezer and stuff when you look at it. Cause they always, you know what I'm talking about? They work together, you know what I'm saying? They probably used to do that. Cause I know, you know what I'm saying? I played around a few times, you know what I'm talking about? Not like that though, but you know, some people make fun of, you know, do a little fun shit on the job, and you know what I'm saying. And maybe it came to Monique mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd have locked her ass in the freezer for real and went along with it. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all got my mind over here racing. And then, you know what I'm saying? And the way I got to go to 54 Key other video, because I got to watch that jump round about 12 something. Because keep this in mind, they do got pictures. They were still taking pictures at 12 something. Because keep this in mind, they had to keep running in and out their kids to take pictures. You know, they had to creep and do this shit. You know what I'm talking about? So in Kenneka footage, all the live is out of order. I mean, all the footage and shit, right? It's out of order. And they know they changed some of them timestamps. Cause we already know they finna get ready to leave. Now this I want to say at 4:00. You know what I'm talking about? Or you could go along with 5, but I'm gonna go along with 4 just on the screen. Cause they were just down here 30 minutes ago. Trying to meet up with somebody in the kitchen. Now they back trying to move a body. You see what I'm saying? Now look how they move changing to a creeping mode. Like, you know how, like, you know, this what your kid would look like trying to steal cookies out the kitchen and shit. Creeping, touching the refrigerator door, you know, with the sleeve, you know what I'm talking about? And then that's why you got the time skip 40 goddamn minutes. 40 minutes. So in 40 minutes on this camera, before friends came, there was a hot zone. And keep in mind, you got to do it quick. Cause guess what? The shift finna change. So you can't take your precious time on this shit. First shift finna come in. Cause whatever third shift did that night, they had to hide it from the first shift. Know what I'm talking about? Pie y'all, Jack. So I think we pretty much summed this up, gang. But it's a lot of discovery we can finna make now. Cause I'm quite sure that if we caught on to this, we can go back to that footage again. And man, I go back to that food court hall. And just, I could, from my experience watching all this footage and keeping, you know what I'm saying? And then look, that's why you got that lady. See that? Bright and early. Bright and early, right? That's the one that wiping the fingerprints off. While she come down here, we know Risco want to sneak through the kitchen area with this leather coat on and this scud hat on and stuff. And Six Son walking through the kitchen with his briefcase like he just arrived. Know what I'm talking about? Now y'all know why the time gonna be constantly skipping in this area because I'm quite sure it's gonna be evidence. And remember these people I showed y'all was at the front desk? Right? They was at the front desk. Remember these? And I'm like, is these college students or what? You know what I'm talking about? So boom. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of there. 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 So, y'all, I got to go back live tonight and open up the platform and let y'all join in because this gonna be a highly disgusted, you know what I'm talking about, conversation we gonna have to have. Cause what if this finally is the connection that's who Monifa dealt with on the staff side was the assistant beverage manager? Cause keep in mind, ain't nobody finna plan on doing nothing in nobody's kitchen unless they would have access to it. You see what I'm saying? So the same person that had access to the kitchen is the same person that condoned it of the crime. That's why Monifa and the food assistant beverage manager is not on the same footage together. And keep this in mind. That's probably why Shamaya, Monifa, and Bree Bree didn't even show back up with Miss Teresa and them when they came back in. So at this point, they were doing this all behind Irene back. See what I'm saying? So did Irene know at the time what they were actually doing? But she found out about her in the pool. Cause look, when you look at what Monifa was just touching the door with her sleeve, if that was at 4 something, right? If that was at 4 o'clock, look what she was doing at 3:50 something, walking towards the goddamn it Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I appreciate the love and the support, man. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate 54 Key coming out, hitting the chat up. You know what I'm talking about, man? We're gonna have to man, we got, man, I gotta get on 54 platform. She gotta come on Nick Jump, man, so we can top it up on the platform, man. Cause now I'm starting to see, I'm really starting to see that twinkle in this case, man. I'm seeing that twinkle of justice, gang. You know what I'm talking about? I can see it. That's why Monifa turned into a drunk. That's why you never seen alcohol bottles in the room, cause he probably wanted to supply them with alcohol. Everybody got cups. I'm gonna tell you something. The average nigga that go out, if you just say, if you go to a house party, or like a house party, if you gonna get some alcohol, you ain't finna buy no cups for nobody party. What you finna do is stop by the store and go buy you an ice cup or something and mix your own drink like that, unless you a straight drinker and like to drink out the bottle. Cause me, I don't pour my liquor in no cup and shit like that. Only time I drink it out of shot glasses, I might want to stunt somewhere or something. Go to a bar or something, or I might have a little company and want to shine with my special made wine glasses and shit. But at a party, you finna see people turning up filths. They finna show you, yeah, man, what you drinking on, man? We drinking on that hen, man. They folks over there in the corner, they folks got white lightning over there. You know what I'm talking about? And them hoes over there drinking that moonshine. You see what I'm saying? So think about it. Everybody had a plastic cup, and them cups come from the hotel. Now, for everybody them to have them little plastic cups, somebody supplied them cups to them. That means they asked for it. Yeah, give us some more cups. Yeah, look, y'all pour this liquor on up. Y'all can have this liquor, but give us the bottle back type shit. That's why they ain't never did no investigation of the room. Took pictures of what condition they left the room. Why they didn't stop housekeeping from cleaning the room to the investigation was, you know what I'm talking about. Why they didn't stop the investigation, you know what I'm talking about. See what I'm saying? Why they didn't shut the room down until the investigation was over with to the 10th. Go in there, take the bed sheets, run tests on them. You know what I'm talking about? See, has anybody been doing any kind of sexual activities? You know what I'm talking about? You got to check for that. Go look for semen in the bathroom. See if there was any kind of signs of them kind of activities in the room. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody could have dropped a little piece of chrome or powder dope. Because I know some blowheads in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at them nigga nose. I'm like, oh, nah, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, he the no-nose game for me, you know what I'm talking about? Get your ass on out of here. You see what I'm saying? I know them niggas fuck with the dope. You know what I'm saying, man? Give me some perks and some blow. That's what they want. You know, give me a little blow right quick. You know, give me a gram. You know what I'm talking about? And they thought, you know, they own it. Then they finna pop them some perks. Zambars, and then you know you finna be drinking alcohol like water. You know what I'm talking about? Man, you finna drink that shit like water. It's impossible to get drunk if you fucking with that dope, goddammit. So when you look at the room layout, just peep like, damn, ain't nobody turning up no bottles, no field. Everybody kept the bottles out of view. Like they ain't supposed to be in there drinking or something. You know what I'm talking about? Or you might would have seen a couple of cert ballers passing around that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? You might seen, you know what I'm talking about? Somebody might have dropped a pill bottle through the empty pill bottle or any kind of residue drugs in the trash can. I'm looking for all that type shit. Give me a black light, cut the room dark, and I want to scan the whole goddamn room. You might light that joint, you might find a little blood on the lampshade or something. Anything, you know what I'm talking about? I be thinking about, because you can't leave no evidence behind. Evidence is the most important of the case. The more you got, the more, you know what I'm saying, things gonna turn out good for us. That's why they were hounding Miss Teresa about her phone. Cause look, cause if Monifa is the number one suspect in this shit when it come to this setup, no wonder why they had to up the pressure on Monifa ass and to hide everybody that had contact with her. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I got videos of the housekeeper right now, Little Meek on the police chasing shit. The police were chasing him. You know what I'm talking about? I got Little Meek on the police chasing shit. I'll upload that video for y'all if y'all want me to upload it. I got updates on Little Meek and shit. Y'all know Trey Gang still be working, goddamn. I still got some firepower over here I can fuck with. Cause these suckers need to go down, Jack. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on, what you said? But yeah, gang. I'ma go and get on about this junk, y'all. Man, y'all have a cool and a blessed day. Cause I'ma come back on later on tonight. And man, y'all get ready, man. Cause you know what I'm talking about? We gonna have to put this, you know, we gotta get justice for all, man. You know what I'm talking about? We gotta go on and settle these differences. You know what I'm talking about? We got to. Too much out here. You know what I'm talking about? I'm glad that y'all bringing up a Little Meek a lot too. I'm glad that y'all doing that. Cause he don't get away. Cause he know a whole lot of information too, right? So we gonna have to fight his ass up too. Yeah. Hi y'all, Jack. Man, y'all stay tuned. And I'll be right back. And I'll be back.